So before we begin, I just want to wish you all a happy new year. I hope you all have a great 2023 and hopefully will be treated to an amazing Formula 1 season. But let's get into the video, and as we know, the Red Bull RB18 was one of the most dominant cars in F1 history. Whilst Red Bull didn't get off to the strongest start in 2022, the team did end up going on to take 17 victories in 22 races. So going into the 2023 season, Red Bull will be looking at ways of evolving the 2022 Challenger in a bid to make their car even stronger. And while it looks like details about next year's RB19 have been revealed, Red Bull's technical chief has given the team bad news. But before we begin, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and you can follow me on Twitter at James_Formula1 and there'll be a link in the description. So 2022 saw the introduction of a brand new set of technical regulations which in turn completely changed the design of the cars. The idea was that with these new cars, the dirty air effect would be reduced, which in turn would allow for more overtaking. And what we saw was teams introduce a variety of concepts that they thought would best suit the regulations, and there was a big variety of designs across the grid, but there's no doubt that Red Bull's was the best. Despite DNFs in 2 out of the first 3 races, from the 4th race onwards the team were flying. I mean, as well as their concept clearly working, the team also had the best control of bouncing and porpoising, and on top of that they were able to make the car lighter over the course of the year, which helped performance. Now Red Bull do go into 2023 at a bit of a disadvantage, and this is due to the penalty they received for breaching the 2021 cost cap limit. While the team already would have had fewer runs in the wind tunnel compared to rivals due to winning the Constructors' Championship, they'll have even less now due to having a 10% reduction in wind tunnel time. And on top of that, there's a new regulation for 2023. And this will see the ground effect floors raised by 15mm following all the bouncing and porpoising we saw in 2022. So what will Red Bull do with their car for 2023? Well, according to Racing News 365, the RB19 won't surprise in terms of shape, but will be a profound evolution, and an area that will be key is weight reduction. Now Red Bull started 2022 around 20kg overweight, but they won't want that again for 2023. And according to Racing News 365, the RB19 monocoque will be characterised by a reduced weight compared to its predecessor of about 3kg. The floor is also set to be lighter, while maintaining a high degree of stiffness in relation to the shape of the sides. Now at the start of the 2022 season, one of the big talking points was the side pods, as there were so many different designs. Now Red Bull had sculpted side pods in 2022, and apparently the general layout of the side pods for Red Bull's 2023 car will maintain the strong point of contact with the 2022 model. But they are set to be characterised by a refinement of the cutouts under the side pods. And on top of that, the profile of the channel underneath the side pods is set to be more extreme towards the rear, while the side pods would apparently maintain the characteristic shape of the squared inlets with a lower lip. Now it's no surprise that the RB19 sounds very much like an evolution of the 2022 Challenger given how dominant it was. But it will be interesting to see how Mercedes and Ferrari bounce back, and I do feel they'll be able to close the gap in 2023. Whilst Red Bull had a strong year in 2022, their rivals will have learnt where to improve. I mean, Mercedes for example are set to change the DNA of their car going into 2023. And on top of that, Ferrari did have a good concept in 2022, so like Red Bull are likely to produce an evolution of their car. And Red Bull technical chief Adrian Newey feels the team are in for a tough year, especially with the reduction in wind tunnel testing. He was quoted by Autosport as saying, "The reduction in wind tunnel testing means we can therefore evaluate less different components, less different ideas." Ferrari won't be resting, they'll be sorting out their weak areas. They had a couple of reliability problems, they made a couple of pit wall mistakes, so they'll be right back. And then of course you saw Mercedes starting with a car that was quite a long way off the pace, and evolving it to the point that it won the penultimate race. You know they'll be right there, so it's going to be a tough year for sure. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.